Hello everyone and welcome back. Today I look forward to sharing how I've organized this IKEA kitchen, which I did a video more recently on our review of this renovation and the IKEA kitchen that we purchased. So if you haven't seen that video, I'm going to link that in the description box below. But today I'm going to be taking you inside all of the drawers, all of the cabinets, as well as these glass cabinets up here, and also share with you a couple of different areas that I use for storage for some of those more unsightly kitchen gadgets and appliances, and how I make the most of the space that we have here in this kitchen. So let's get started. Now in the first drawer here, this is where I keep all of my fixings for teas. So I have the Splenda here if anybody needs that. We don't use Splenda, but I know I often have guests that opt for that. So I like to have that on hand in packets. And then I have a variety of teas. Now underneath that is a drawer dedicated to baking necessities, as well as different seasonings that my husband likes to use from a packet. Now below that is another drawer dedicated to the kids because they often want cereal or to make sandwiches or oatmeal. Now next to that I have the drawer pull-out that has the trash and the recycle bin in. And then there's also a hidden drawer in here that I put all of the washcloths as well as the towels. Now underneath the sink, I just have a few items down here. Now to the right of the sink, we have the dishwasher. This is something that I actually changed from the left side because originally the kitchen had a dishwasher on the left side of the sink, but because I'm right-handed, it just felt like it should be on the right hand side. And then to the right of the dishwasher, I have a drawer that pulls out that I keep all of my spices in. And then below that, I have all of our potatoes as well as the onions and garlic. Now above where I keep all of the tea, I like to keep all of my teacups and the coffee cups, as well as the teapot and different serving things for such as things as tea parties and whatnot, and that way it just keeps it really easy to access. Now to the right of the sink and above, I have bowls as well as just all of the cups. Now working my way around the kitchen, I have a drawer right underneath all of these hanging utensils that has everything basically that we use on a day-to-day basis, as well as all of the knives. I love how big this drawer is because then I don't have multiple drawers that I need to open when I'm trying to find utensils. Now underneath all of the utensils, I have a drawer that I like to store all of the pots and pans in. This has been a game changer for us. Now the bottom drawer kind of acts as my pantry. This is where I keep those items that I use frequently and that I don't want to have the bags for, and just stuff that is always oddly shaped. Now right under the microwave is where I have all of the cooking sheets and cake pans, as well as some mixing bowls and all of the lids for the Pyrex dishes that I keep above the countertop. So those, I just like to have all of the lids in one spot. Now I decided to store our cutting board on the countertop. I just think that this makes it simple to find. Okay, now moving back above the utensil section, I have all of our plates and the bowls, and I like to mix our clear dishes with the white ones or the off-white ones because it gives a nice feel in the kitchen. To me, it's still very cohesive. Now to the right of the stove, I have more things for baking, and then also some dessert dishes up top. Now above the refrigerator, I have a section dedicated just for overflow as well as canned goods. And we don't really cook with a lot of canned items, so that's why I don't have a ton, but I like to have those items up and away just because we don't use them as frequently. Now in our fridge space, I like to keep this area as simple as possible. All of the condiments I have in the doors, as well as we have a drawer that is just for all of the deli meats as well as cheese. And then I also have a compartment in here that I like to store some of the cheese, as well as our crisper and you know, the area for fruit. And now this freezer is much smaller, and I found that I have to sometimes take different things out of the you know, the boxes they come in to be able to store it. Now my secret weapon when it comes to organization and storage is this sideboard right here. This has done wonders for making sure that I don't have to pack away rarely used items. I wouldn't say they're so rare that it's like once a year, but it's not something that we use you know, consistently or just on a weekly basis. But I like to have certain things available to me, such as a coffee maker when I serve coffee when I have a gathering. I love entertaining, but I don't want to have my coffee maker on the counter because I don't drink coffee every day, and it's just not something that I want cluttering up my countertop. So I still want to have it available for, you know, when someone's here and I ask them if they would like coffee, it's easy enough for me just to take it out. And I also love to store different things for setting the table, such as the napkins that we use or the placemats that we use. Sometimes I like to use a tablecloth. All of those different kind of things can be stored in here. I also have some colored glass dishes, which are dessert dishes. They're beautiful, and I started out displaying them in my glass cabinets, but then I decided I didn't really like the light that it was creating just because of the color itself, the way that the light was filtering through it. So I decided just to keep them in the sideboard here. Now, a lot of people hide away their beautiful dishes in a sideboard because it's, you know, extra storage. I like to use my everyday dishes all of the time, even when we have gatherings. And I've opted to purchase more of the same dishes that we already had. And the extra ones I just keep in this sideboard because I don't want to have so many that nobody ends up doing the dishes to have another dish, you know. So I do like to only keep about 12 in my cabinet, and then the rest I keep in my sideboard here. And so that's been working out really well. And then anytime that I need some of those small kitchen appliances that I just don't have the space for in my cabinets, I just quickly come over here, and it's not that far of a walk. Everybody figures out different ways to find useful storage and also to make it practical for you and your family. This is something that I found worked really well for us. We don't have a ton of storage in this house, so sometimes you have to create it by buying a piece of furniture that will look beautiful, that you love, but that also has a lot of storage space in it. So I'm really happy with this sideboard that we got. I also like that I have the beautiful cabinets in the kitchen that I use our everyday dishes with. And then I also have space to store some of the prettier ones that I like to serve on. And, you know, all of the appliances can fit in this sideboard right here. So hopefully that gives you an idea if you are short on storage space. That is going to wrap up this IKEA kitchen organizational video. I hope that it was helpful for you in some way. If you like this kind of video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you are new, I would love it if you would subscribe. And until next time, I hope that you all take care and have a lovely day. Bye, everyone.